Welcome to the latest episode of the Prime Time King. Sunday fun day, and boy is it cold out there, at least where I'm at. So keep yourself warm by joining that ever-powerful mighty tower of power, 24/7 Fusion Media. Unfortunately, Vigilante Williamson, the mysterious one, has gone off to watch Wakanda. Please pray for him. And of course, there's me, your announcer, the humble co-host, Mayor Norman Tag. And now it's time for the Prime Time King. Mark Knocker.
Hey, what's up? It's your boy, 24/7 here with Baron Norman Tag and Vigilantes watching Wakanda. My bad, y'all. My fucking mic just fucking yeah. And
You always have to have at least some time a mic issue. Always, everybody. I'm talking about even me and everybody across the way. Mics are evil. As so, as someone was in radio, there was one time I was in the studio, doing the show, and I leaned forward and my forehead touched the mic, and I got one of the biggest shocks in my life. So I have a love-hate relationship with these.
I can move around and wrestle with this shit without y'all seeing it. So yeah. But yeah, we're the Primetime Kings, and glad to be here with everyone. Hopefully, everyone's been having a good weekend and enjoying your weekend. Let's see who we got in the house. We got Lord Thoth. Hey, everyone. What's up, Lord Thoth? How's it going, my brother? Of course. Got Gomer Kyle saying what's up to Lord Thoth. There we go. Shit. Pacific 11414, what's going on, brother? Hello to all. How's it going, man? Old man, what's going on, man? Saying what's up. Lord Thoth saying what's up to everybody. What's going on? What's going on? Shit. Yeah, man, we're just getting started, man. So hopefully everyone has been having a good weekend, and you guys are not having any kind of difficulties like I'm having right now.
And of course, there's Everett Productions, Lord Crit. Hey, good to see you, brother. And of course, Sentient Dildo has come in. Buzz, buzz, buzz. He forgets to keep on doing the buzz, buzz, buzz these days. He's losing his touch. And I saw the old man. He was on King Dolphin TV on Memorial Day. They had a special veterans episode over there, so just want to kind of plug that one there.
Oh, that's cool. Shit. Productions, how's it going? Old man, how you doing, my brother? Hopefully everything's good with you. Sentient Dildo, what's up, man? Yeah, man, it's good to great to have everybody here, man. Shit, good y'all, man.
You're Pacific. You're mostly evil, but you're not totally evil. And, we work together. I know better. I'm evil too.
Yeah, like Tomox and Zaymont, the fucking evil twin brothers from G.I. Joe and shit.
Yeah. Hey, did you know that they had not too long ago? They were airing episodes of that live on YouTube free.
Yeah. You can. All you have to do is subscribe to their. I think it's either a Hasbro channel or the G.I. Joe channel. And
I think it was Hasbro that was doing it.
I'm subscribed, man. So I already know about that.
Okay.
Plus, they have it for.
You didn't.
They have it for. Yeah, they have it for like Transformers. They have it for like, but it's for like their current, like Transformers Energon and all those more the Transformers cartoons that came out like in the last 20 years or so. It's more that. Yeah, it's.
I watched the show.
It's not. Yeah, it's not none of the Beast Wars, and it's definitely not none of the G1 shit. So the original Transformers, it's none of that.
And I think
I'm thinking you can go to Tubi TV and watch the original G1 Transformers, all the shows. If you go to Tubi TV, and Tubi TV is free.
Yep, it is. I got it online.
Check it out. Yeah, man, you can download that shit on your on any of your apps, on your phone, on your Xbox or PlayStation or whatever.
Apple TV for me, that's what I have it on mine. And what was it? I think Mattel has been doing the 2002 Masters of the Universe.
Yep. Yeah, actually, I have that on DVD. The 2002. Oh shit! Oh man, thank you. Let me see what's going on.
Oh, I thought it was just me. I thought it was my headset.
No, it's all good.
I'm using a different one than normal, so. Or I would have said something. I thought it was me.
Oh, damn.
If it sounds funny, man, or it just sounds.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah. I'll let me know in that way. Fix this shit here. Yeah.
But yeah,
all right,
I mean,
go.
You had some bad news going on down there in Texas. I saw yesterday.
Yeah, it's been fucking raining like shit, man. So
yeah, but the B-17 crash.
Oh, I don't know nothing about that. What happened?
Oh, you don't know about that? There was an air show.
I don't know what happened, man.
The Commemorative Air Force, formerly known as the Confederate Air Force, they were having an air show down there. And a P-63 ran into a B-17 bomber, split it in half, and they crashed. Big fiery crash over there.
Oh, shit.
I know. And it kind of touches me a little bit because, I know a lot of people that are part of the CAF, and I've worked around with them with various air shows and such. And, I saw that. It's like, oh my God, you can find it out there. It's people have some reports, and you can see different angles of that plane crashing in there. It's like, what happened? I just don't know.
Right. Well, I mean, damn. Sorry to hear that, man. I had no idea that happened, man. Sentient. Vidge is. He's taking one for the team and is watching Black Panther right now. So Wakanda forever. So
pray for him, please. Yeah. Pray for him.
Yeah, shout out to Vigilante Williamson. Hopefully he makes out. He makes it out. Out of there in one piece, man. After after he's gonna be the movie's basically gonna preach to him the whole time he's there. So he's like, hopefully he handles it well, and I hope he'll tell me later when he gets home.
I hope his praise don't leak out his ears.
Shit.
That's of course if he can even last the whole film. I mean,
oh man,
he's a real superhero, folks. If you go out there and say who your favorite superhero is, it's Vigilante Williamson.
Damn, it's funny, man. It's like somebody called it a Black Panther. I said, "Oh shit, Black Panther! Oh shit, for real? Wow, Black Panther, Wakanda forever." So that's very interesting, right there, man. I was like, "Oh shit." Yeah, man. There's a matter of fact, there was a thing or two I was looking at. I wanted to, me, man. I'm not gonna try to cover too much today, man. Probably about two or three topics, man, and see how folks feel about certain things. But I came across some pretty cool shit, and I saw some pretty interesting stuff. Just kind of a few topics, not to cover, not to have to say a whole lot about them, but they, for let's say like Lord Thoth and all the comic book lovers out there. One thing I'm starting to notice is like they're starting to put out these movies, right? And I noticed that in these movies and TV shows, the hero is not really fighting the villains he's supposed to be fighting. I'll give you an example, man. they got this new Captain America movie coming out with Sam Wilson, the Captain Falcon, Captain America. Captain America 4. I heard, if I'm not mistaken, it's supposed to be called Captain America 4, The New World Order, or some bullshit like that. So, in that movie, he's supposed to have, if I'm not mistaken, possibly 2 villains he's going to be fighting in that movie. One of them is supposed to be the daughter of the Red Skull.
Okay.
And then it's like, instead of him fighting the Red Skull, he's going to fight his whatever, man. So it's no better than him fighting the fucking chick in the Falcon and the Winter Soldier that kicked him in the Winter Soldier's ass. Forget about it. So, and then he's going to fight General Ross, the Red Hulk, because Harrison Ford replaced William Hurt as General Thunderbolt Ross. But that's who Falcon, Captain America, is supposed to be fighting in Captain America 4. So why the fuck is he fighting Hulk, Red Hulk? It's like, and the thing is, Falcon can't beat him. He can't beat him. I don't give a fuck what you give Falcon. He's not beating any kind of Hulk.
Yeah.
He's not going to even beat. He's not beating She-Hulk. What's up, Zachariah? 315. How's it going, brother? Black Falcon. Yeah, man. So I don't know. I don't know, man. I don't know. I mean, the fact that that's not really somebody that he should be fighting, because he's way beyond his power level. Like, what the fuck is Falcon supposed to be doing against Red Hulk, man? So I don't like that, man. Damn. Hold on a second. Let me see what's up. Sentient Dildo said that's what happens when you don't donate all your old military equipment to developing countries like they usually do. Shit, half of our military shit is old that U.S. donated to us. Oh, he meant about what happened here in Texas.
Yeah. Well, that B-17, actually, they say that was the first one that was, because they bought it like about in the mid-60s, like 66, and restored it up. And it was the first one that was sold specifically for being flying for private, like for the shows and such. So that plane, was, I think it's called the Texas Rebel, and yeah, so she's had a very long career. She was the first one for that particular.
All right, appreciate you let us know that. I had no idea about that. Lord Dawson, old man says Vigilante has more guts than I do.
More guts than me.
Yeah, that's shit. Zach Ross says what's up to everybody. Sentient says what's up. There you go. Hell. And Lord Dawson says, to be honest, I give up. I'm not buying tickets anymore. Let them have it. I'm cool with my thousands of comic books in my long box. Long box is downstairs. Oh man, I feel you, man. Honestly, I don't even know what the fuck to expect now from these comic book movies, man. DC's trying to do something. I'm waiting to see what they're gonna pull out of their hat. Marvel, on the other hand,
they're lost.
Yeah, man. To be honest, what a really fuck over Marvel right now? Anybody that collects comics, love these comic book movies, think about what I'm about to tell you. What if, let's say if the way DC just got James Gunn to become, their head honcho or their co-head honcho over DC movies and film and all that other shit, just to fuck over Marvel, what if David Zaslav ends up getting the Russo brothers?
Ooh.
Because they give a fuck about canon, they care about characters and shit like that. What would you think if DC, James Gunn, end up getting the Russo brothers to start doing to do anything? Probably possibly something like their next Justice League movie or some shit like that. Because of course, they know how to do the big name movies.
Right.
And the thing is, the Russo brothers spoke up against Marvel and Disney when Scarlett Johansson got fucked over when the pandemic hit and Black Widow came out, and she was very unhappy. Said that she was, she didn't get a fair shake for her movie to come out in theaters and everything else. And the Russo brothers were very vocal about how they felt about Scarlett Johansson getting fucked over. And from there, it looks like the Russo brothers won't be back. So, and they were very big on, in implementing, a lot of the phases over in Marvel, and just to see that they're, and really, if once James Gunn got fired from Marvel, I think the Russo brothers would have been Kevin Feige's backup plan. And the fact that they didn't like how Marvel maneuvered during the pandemic, they spoke up against Marvel, and it looks like Marvel is not working with the Russo brothers anymore. What would stop DC from fucking getting the Russo brothers? And I think that would be something that was really, I think it'd be something interesting to see if something like that was to happen.
No, I mean, when it comes around the comic book creators back in the day, how many switched from DC to Marvel and Marvel to DC? John Byrne, he did both. He was, basically gave us She-Hulk. Then he went over and helped reinvent the DC universe with the Superman series. So, I mean, it'd be right in line with the comic book industry. It's like, okay, I'm going to go over here because I'm going to be able to do. Jack Kirby went over to DC so he could do what he could do because he was mad at Stan Lee. So yeah, I'd love it. This would be great. It'd be, it'd be like, the comic book industry in movie form in the back scenes, that is.
Right. What's up, Zax? What's going on, my brother? Hopefully everything's good with you. Yeah, man. And Facius, how's it going, man? Great to have you here. Yeah, man. We got a lot of great people in the house. Great to have y'all here. Yeah, man. Yeah, fair enough. Zax is not for me. There you go, Zax. There you go, Lord Doth. Yeah, Sentient Dildo says, I had zero interest in anything new Marvel puts out. That chapter is closed in my book. Yeah, I feel you on that, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. And yeah, everybody's saying what's up to everybody. That's what's up. And Old Man says that Gunn has to do something. Yeah, he and actually, they've been doing a lot. Yep, bye to the Russos. Nah, I don't trust everyone to treat my beloved properties the right way anymore. I'm just tired of getting worked up about it. Yeah, man. I agree with you, man. It's funny. A lot of people are starting to get burned out by being so worked up over shit that they feel like won't change. Right. But the thing is, man, no one gets worked up and nobody doesn't say shit, then basically everybody thinks that it's okay to make this bullshit, man. And and then I mean, I guess you can always say something without being worked up. So I could definitely I can definitely dig that. But it's hard not to feel some kind of way when you cared about this shit most of your life, man. And that's kind of like that's where it gets real hard. That's where it gets real hard for us to fucking deal with Star Trek and Star Wars and Doctor Who and comic books and TV. All this shit, everything we see is fucking being ruined. There's very few things that get the labor of love that someone's not out to fucking tarnish the fucking franchise. It's fucked up. And even when you got the workers that are willing to to do the franchise right, it's always the people that are in charge that are above the workers that tend to fuck it up, man. It's the higher ups, man. It's people in the management position. It's not, and then of course, yeah, you do have your workers that'll fuck it up, but that's it's not, it depends, man. When you hire toxic ass people, and I hate that word, but for real, like, when you hire them, and people have an agenda thinking that they can come fix whatever that, that we love because it's something that they grew up not liking. And they be like, well, fuck, now that I got a job with this motherfuckers, I hate this shit. But now that I gotta, they do it for a paycheck, but at the same time, they're like, well, fuck it. I need a paycheck. I'm in charge. Let me see what I can do to fix this shit because I've hated it all my life. And all of a sudden they fucking jump in and boom, it's it's all fucked up at that point. So,
I mean, as it goes, like you were saying, Doctor Who is dead. It's gone. It's it's a walking corpse right now. And I kind of find it funny. I saw that the new so-called Doctor was on the Kelly and whatever show. I don't know, and talking, of course, owned by ABC, owned by Disney, and they're making a big deal because it's going to be Doctor Who. We're finally going to be on an American thing on Disney Plus. Blah blah blah. It's like, bitch, please. I remember when Doctor Who came out in 2005, the revival. It was on Sci-Fi Channel. Okay,
I remember that. That.
And so don't start saying that Disney Plus is this corporate showrunner for Doctor Who in the United States. And that's not counting all the PBS stations,
right?
Back in the day. But it's like Doctor's dead. I mean, their ratings have been horrible. No one's watching it. No one seriously is watching it. They did a great job destroying it. Wash my hands of it completely.
Right.
Star Trek is dead until they get rid of who they got there. Star Wars is dead, but I'm not black-pilled because I still got the stuff that I love.
Right.
And if you keep on pushing that love of what it was, maybe someday there'll be a chance for it to come back the way it was. I mean, the way Disney's going right now, I cannot see them anything other than them having to divest some of their properties. And I'm going to say this, Star Wars has been a turd for them. They took something that should have given them 5 golden eggs, platinum eggs, and now it's coming out with 10. It's not giving them the return on investment that they expected. Because why?
Right.
They ruined it. So, I mean, if they start going the way of Warner Brothers, I can see that they're probably going to be divesting of these. Maybe George Lucas can get Star Wars back at a nice discount. I don't know.
Hell yeah. Hell to Robert Pearson, man. Great to have you here, man. He says, by the way, I'm Robert Pearson. I changed my username to something more fitting as I make stuff and my knees are shot. I feel you, man. That's Robert Pearson, man. He's a master of what he does, man. Great to have you here, brother. I missed you, man. So great to have you back. Dots Wolfen, what's going on, brother? Man, got a bunch of great people here, man.
Yeah. Now that he's growing his beard back, he's starting to look like my doppelganger.
Oh, there you go. There you go. There you go. Everybody saying what's up to Dots Wolfen. That's how it, that's cool. The Sunchin Dildo says huge corpos and creativity don't mix well. Yeah, well, sometimes, these companies needed to be bought out or they would have died a long time ago, honestly. To be honest, like, who knows where DC would have been if Warner Brothers didn't buy them up, fucking decades and decades ago. Back in I think it was the 70s or whatever the fuck, or yeah, something like that, like 67. There's some shit like that. But the thing is, it's like, who knows if DC would have actually survived, man. Bankruptcy and a bunch of other shit. Now, Marvel, on the other hand, the thing is, Marvel, when they went through their bankruptcy in the 90s, Stan Lee just fucking that's where they're hurting at right now, because Stan Lee just fucking went and he started selling off characters to each different movie company. So fuck, Hulk and Submariner went to Universal. X-Men, Fantastic Four, Ghost Rider, who else? Blade and a few other heroes went to Fox.
Mm-hmm.
Spider-Man went to Sony.
Mm-hmm.
If I'm not mistaken, Captain America, I can't remember if Captain America went somewhere and they got him back before they started making the Captain America first movie.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just basically in order to, pull Marvel out of debt, Stan Lee started selling the rights to the characters to all these fucking different studios. And when he did it, to some degree, to a degree, it was cool to see the X-Men and Blade and Ghost Rider and all these other characters.
Mm-hmm.
But the fact that, it's like, but who would have foreseen how it all would have ended up by now, to where it's like Disney bought up Fox to retain the rights of all these characters plus a bunch of other shit. Disney ended up being this fucking thing that it's like like a fucking a monster with no bottomless pit, that sits there and devours all these IPs, and it is destroying every last one of them. You see what Sony did with Spider-Man.
Mm-hmm.
Some of it was, a good part of it was good. Some of it was okay to where people didn't like the Andrew Garfield, but I thought Andrew was good. But I liked all the Spider-Mans, but Spider-Man had his ups and downs. Then you got Hulk over there in Universal, and so basically, some moves were good. Some moves,
yeah.
I understand that some things had to be done at the time, or Marvel would have went under. Period. Like you wouldn't have seen any. Like you wouldn't have seen it being as a cohesive universe as you see it now, regardless of whether the movies are good or not. So, yeah, I mean it's
it got convoluted fast.
Yeah, it did.
And I want to blow a kiss to it's Courtney. Hi, Courtney. I'm glad you're listening.
There you go. How you doing, Courtney? Lord Thought says, unless you love these properties, grew up with these properties, and know everything about these properties, fuck off. Yep.
Yeah.
I agree, man. That's Dots Wolfen says, what's up to everybody? That's what's up. Yeah, man. Gomer Kyle says, what's good to you? What's good, y'all? Yeah. That's what's up, Sentient. Says, what's up to Gomer? Dots Wolfen says, wait a minute. I just pressed on. All right, there it goes.
Oh, there you go.
We all need to learn get woke, go broke. And the only way to do that is to not watch. Yeah, well, the thing is, what makes it hard for some people, the same way a person, let's say, is on a road, they're driving, and when a person's driving, there's an accident on the side of the road. What does the person tend to do when they see the accident on the side of the road, or if a cop is pulling somebody over?
Rubberneck.
So when you rubberneck, you slow down, you're watching, and what are you doing? You're giving attention to the problem.
Mm-hmm.
So in that sense, people love to see a crash. Some people some people do like to see shit crash and burn, and some people do enjoy a shit show. If it's not, especially let's say if it's something that they enjoy and they know they've seen it get fucked up, they'd like to see it crash and burn. So while everybody's sitting there mocking it, making fun of it, and this and that, then you'll have people that they have to see it with their own eyes. And I understand that, and I can respect that. You got folks that they don't want to be a part of a group that's sitting there and talking shit about something, and more than likely, some folks in that group haven't even put eyes on the on whatever's being talked about, and people are just going away and they're speaking on it without even having to watch it. Some people say, you know what? If I'm gonna talk shit, at least let me put my eyes on it. Let me watch it, or watch an episode or a few episodes, and then I'll say something at that point.
Mm-hmm.
And so for a person like that says, "Hey, let me see what all the hubbub's about." That's what'll boost up the ratings on something that's terribly bad. Is all the people that want to watch the show crash and burn, man. So even watching the crash and burn, it helps. It helps out, man. You know, when people are just like that. So it's.
Well, I like watching the crash and burn, like poor Vidge watching this and hearing his reaction to it, and to
right.
Or some of the other people that go out. I mean, I cannot watch any of this stuff no more. I really can't. The blood pressure goes up too much. So I like listening to what a lot of people are saying about these. So I'm a coward when it comes to that, and I don't want to give them that view. One of the reasons why, Rings of Power, I never watched it and never will. I don't want to have that tick on there. So, I mean, I like watching the train wreck, but not being an active participant of watching the train wreck.
Right. Well, like I say, it's some people just, if they hear how bad a show is, they're like, "Is it really that bad?" They're like, "Yeah, don't fucking watch it." They're like, I gotta see how bad this shit is, and then there you go. You gave it a view, and so I mean, and to me, honestly, like I could, I'm not talking shit about that kind of individual. All I'm saying is I understand it. Like I understand a person that,
oh yeah,
like they can't believe that like He-Man was so fucking bad. When everybody was telling them, "Hey, don't watch that Netflix He-Man because that you're gonna watch him die 2 or 3 times in one season of the unless what? How many was 6 episodes? Was that
6 or 8, something like that? It wasn't a huge run.
So basically, in fucking 6 to 8 episodes, he gets killed 2 or 3 times, and some people were like, "Fuck no!" And of course, you got the whole world telling you, "Yeah, that shit happened." And they're like, "I gotta see that shit. I just have to see him." So if they're not watching every episode, they're watching the episodes where the most fucked up things have happened, and they just have to see it for themselves. Like it's the same. Like nobody that watched The Mandalorian watched that one fucking episode where Luke showed up. It's the same thing. It's just. If some people don't like to watch certain things or they're against it, but just to see certain things happen, they'll definitely take that chance to watch it that one time just to see what all the talk is about or what all the hype is about.
Oh, by the way, it was 10 episodes, just to let you know. I just looked it up here. Well, it's just like that's why I trust what people in our circle say. When they sit back and say something's good, it's like, okay, now you got me peaked. If they sit back and then they explicitly say why it's bad, I understand. I get filled in on it, and it's like I know better than to walk into that minefield. It's like poor Master Paul when he was introduced to Caddyshack 2, even though Lord Crit, even myself, Pacific 414, all of us were saying don't do it. He still had to watch it, and then he just thought that, well, maybe it wasn't that bad, and he found out, listen to us, you didn't have to watch it.
It's been so long, I'm listening. There you go, Gordon. Yeah. Great to have you here.
I know, I missed it, Courtney. I did. I have.
We miss you, Courtney. Shit, that's what's up, man. It's great to have you here.
I need to get her on my show sometime here. I'm trying to retool it.
yeah, man. Shit, when you do, let me know. I'll join you, man.
Oh, great! I love it.
Yeah. You got me on there. Sentient Dildo said, "What's up, Courtney?" Yup. Everybody saying what's up to Courtney. Yeah, she's awesome. I thought Blade went to New Line Cinema.
I think so. I think he's right.
Yeah. You know what, Zachariah? You're right. He did go, but that even further proves. And you know what, Zachariah? You are right because Blade was actually the first. If you guys know your DVD history, if I'm not mistaken, Blade is the first DVD ever put out in DVD history. Like when they decided to make DVD a format, if I'm not mistaken, Blade, the first Blade movie was the first DVD to ever be released. So, yeah, man, That's yeah. So and that even proves my point. Yeah, you're right, Zachariah 3:15. You know, that's Stan Lee. Stan Lee threw Blade over to New Line Cinema, and you know, yeah, and then everybody else went everywhere else. So, and then now that's the problem is basically. But see, no, hold on, because I thought Blade came back with Fox and Ghost Rider and the Punisher. Huh. Yeah, I'm gonna have to kind of look into that a little bit. But yeah, man. But I think Zach Rod is right on that, because I do remember I do remember if you know, and it's been a while because I have the movies and one of these boxes here next to me, but it's been a while since I actually put my eyes on the actual DVD. But I know it's at the touch of you know, somebody's fingertips. They can just look up online and see it in like 2 seconds.
Looking right now. Let's see, Blade. Coming up here on my little thing. Yeah, New Line Cinema. It was distributed by New Line Cinema from 1998 to 2006, the series. So, of course, with Wesley Snipes as the lead. And, yeah. So, yeah, it's been with the New Line Cinema. Yeah, there we go. Made some good money, that's for sure.
Right.
I mean, I remember when they sat back, and what was it? Marvel was sitting back saying, "Hey, we got the first R-rated film with Deadpool, blah blah, first R-rated superhero film." It's like Blade, Judge Dredd, with even the Sylvester Stallone one, I believe, was rated R. I mean, they seem to think that we don't know anything.
You know, it's funny now that you mentioned Sylvester Stallone. You know, I read an article. I don't know if you guys ever heard, but Sylvester Stallone wanted to play Nick Fury, man.
Yeah. He probably would have done a good job.
Oh, man.
He probably would have. I mean,
man, I don't give a fuck about the Samuel L. Jackson's Nick Fury. He's not a bad character, but I just don't give two shits about him, man. So I don't know, man. You know, it's like you know, to be honest, I'm gonna be completely honest with you about that. If David Hasselhoff, let's say if you'd have took him at the time that he was playing Nick Fury, let's say you just would have took him, period. You would have gave him a script like one of these new Marvel scripts. You know, let's say if you'd have gave him something that Samuel L. Jackson would have had, like a script like they would have given Samuel L. Jackson, and you would have put him in today's time, the way he looked back then, and you would have gave him a real, like the real look of Nick Fury. To be honest, I think that's what they should have done at first. See, the thing is, what's getting everybody fucked up, versions of all these characters. We're not getting the straight up version of every one of these fucking characters, man, and that's what's killing it. Because the thing is, for a person that doesn't know who these characters are, look, when people get introduced to superheroes, they get introduced to superheroes in so many different ways. It's either going to be a comic book, a cartoon, somebody, you know, an uncle or a cousin, or somebody gave you something, you know, or you seen something on TV, or it was a movie, or you know, or some shit, a video game. Just the way people get introduced to these heroes, dude. You can be introduced to these heroes in so many different ways. And to some people, it was comic book strips, like comic strips. Like you fucking, like, some people didn't know who the fuck Spider-Man was until they saw him in a Sunday, the Sunday comics. And, you know, that you saw in your fucking local, in your newspaper.
Yeah.
So with all that, you know, toys and everything else involved, when you sit there and you looked at how all these heroes were introduced to the public, you know, when you go to when you let's say if you were introduced to Spider-Man by watching by looking at the Sunday Funnies, off of a newspaper, and you find out, okay, this is Spider-Man. You never seen him before. You don't know who the fuck Peter Parker is. You don't know nothing about him. Mm-hmm. You find out who he is. You're interested in him because he can climb walls. He can do all this shit. He saves Mary Jane. He stops robbers and fights the Green Goblin. He does all the shit. You think he's cool, and when you go and you find out, I can buy more stories of him if I go to the comic book store and I go pick up a Spider-Man comic book,
right?
And then from there you can actually you can identify Spider-Man from the comic strip with Spider-Man in the because he's still Peter Parker. He's in the comic books. He has the same suit and everything, and you know that's the same person, but. What happens if you try to, give an example, Hawkman?
Right.
You seen Hawkman in old cartoons. You've seen him in comic books. All this shit. You want to see more of him. You find out, he's in the Black Adam movie. But then you go to watch the movie, and it's a black dude with a goatee and a mustache.
Right.
Talking like this. You're like, what the fuck is it? What the fuck's going on? So
right.
The thing is, and to some people, and it's vice versa. The first time people are gonna see Hawkman is gonna be the black dude with a goatee that talks like this. And so it's like, okay, what the fuck? And then when you try this, and then when you let's say you have in your head that this is who Hawkman is and this is what he looks like. And let's say you want to know more about him, you come to find out, they got comic books and toys and all this shit. And when you go to go pick up those toys, you go to buy those comic books, you go to read all these stories, what do you find? This white dude with no shirt, with a hawk in the middle of his fucking chest, with then you're gonna be like, well, who the fuck is this black dude I just got through watching in this movie?
Right.
The thing is, if you want to keep it 100, I'm be honest, man. Where all these companies fuck up at is they don't keep it consistent from the pages of the comic books to whatever cartoon they're going to show up on, whatever video game they're going to be in, whether they're making toys for kids, chew toys for dogs, action figures for adults or whatever the fuck, or for whoever. And whatever media that these characters show up at, they're not being portrayed the same way. So you can see Batman looking like a couple of different ways, but then when you see him in something else, he looks completely different. And the thing is, there's not a consistency with these characters for you to know that it's the same person. So now let's say there's a Wonder Man fan. And then somebody that loves Wonder Man finds out, oh, wow, they're going to make a Wonder Man movie. But then when they go to watch it, they looking at fucking Yahya Abdul-Mateen II. And they're like, well, who the fuck is this? You're looking at a guy called Yahya. That's who that is. Come on, man.
At least the one thing is the animated stuff stayed pretty close to the real comic books. I have to give some of the kudos on that one. And Kevin Conroy was absolutely right, who just, as we all know, passed away. He said that a lot of people first get introduced to Batman, and a lot of these superheroes are through the animated stuff, the kids at least. And this is what helps keep things going. But then you start seeing what they're doing in movies. It's like, what the hell? Why can't the live action do what the Batman animated series did, or the 90s X-Men series did, or all that? Yeah, they had a little different take, obviously, because the translation from comic book to small screen. But there's a reason why Kevin Conroy was so beloved as Batman. He could do both Batman and Bruce Wayne, and it just, that's what we started thinking of Batman. And the same thing with Mark Hamill as the Joker. And they're keeping those characters as they were. Now, when you start going to, like you said, the movies, let's change everything around, and it's like you said, nothing matches, and
Lord boss.
it. How are you going to get people when you kind of doing a bait and switch? And really, that's what it is, bait and switch.
Right. Lord Doth.
By the way, cheers, everyone. I got a little whiskey in here.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah. Suppose you I'd have tossed up the whole thing and poured me a second cup. There
I'm
you
all
go.
ready.
Shit, well, if that's the case, I was about to say, yep, I'll fucking take it straight out the bottle. That's how I do. Lord Doth said he finally filled out his Captain Marvel collection. Mother.
That's
the real
words.
Captain Marvel. Oh, you! I know you're not. You talking about the real Captain Marvel? Which one? You talking about Billy Batson? Lord Doth, you got to be Billy Batson, the original Captain Marvel, Shazam. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I mean, wow, he got that.
No, but then he might be talking about Captain Marvel from Marvel Comics, the original Captain Marvel from Marvel Comics. Lord Doth. Shit, because I collect both of them too. So,
I mean, that absolutely sucks because Captain Marvel was around before Marvel, and then they turn around and say you have to change it because you got Marvel in the name, and we're Marvel comic groups. It's like,
well, it's DC fucked up with that.
Yeah, I know they did.
He fucked up with that. Yeah, I read over that lawsuit a few different times to really understand it. It was confusing, to be honest. Like if you like really trying to understand what the fuck happened between Marvel and DC when it came to the name Captain Marvel, it's a little confusing, and it took me about 3 or 4 times to look at it, read it, see people's perspective on it, and just kind of like let it like sink in and read it over again and look at it, and because I was like, how the fuck, how do DC? The thing is, when they were supposed to file for the name, like to keep the rights of the name and all that shit. They fucked off the time. They squandered the time.
Right.
And it's like they didn't do it. It's like they didn't care enough to do it. And by the time they did it, it was too late. And then at that time, it's like they bumped heads with fucking Marvel and they went to court for it. And it was like, fuck. If DC would have been on their game instead of just being like, they always looked at Captain Marvel after they purchased him, they looked at him like he wasn't shit.
Right. And here's somebody who can go toe to toe with Superman,
Right, and even to today, he's the only one that to be honest, if Batman has a way to stop Superman, but it's not a real foolproof plan. And if Superman was to this is what I've always came to understand in comic books, that if something was to happen with Superman, like let's say if Superman was to lose control, fucking lose his mind, and get ready to fucking dude, Superman's so strong he can burrow through the planet and destroy it. Like he'd and to be real, people have controlled Superman. People have Superman has gotten out of control, at times. And from what I've always come to understand, that the heroes have one contingency plan to basically ultimately stop Superman in his tracks if they have to, and that's Captain Marvel. So if there's anybody that's why if anybody read Kingdom Come, and when the whole world was going to shit, it was Captain Marvel and Superman right there, blow for blow.
Right.
And it took to the point where Superman had to sit there and talk to him and convince him, like, hey man, you're a hero, and if we don't stop this shit and you don't help me fucking fix this, he had to like point it out, like, look at the world fucking crumbling around you. What are you gonna do? Are you gonna keep fighting me, or are you gonna let me save the day? And Captain Marvel started crying and didn't stop him. He just kind of looked down with a tear in his face, and Superman fucking took off to fucking stop whatever, stomp out whatever evil he had to fucking deal with. So that's Captain Marvel, man. And it's funny. I remember when I first started collecting Captain Marvel, look, I'm gonna tell y'all something about me and my comic book collecting. When I started when I really started collecting comic books real tough, like comic books were always around me since I was fucking 4 or 5 years old. So, but when I started actually deciding, hey, I'm gonna start collecting comics on my own, I had to be about maybe 10, 11 years old. So when I actually started that I'm gonna buy my own comic, try to learn how to keep it from getting beat up, collect it, put it in a bagboard, make sure there's no creases. It doesn't, like make sure I keep it, in near mint condition. It was like at 10, 11 years old, I made that conscious decision to really start seriously collecting comics. And when I did, I knew about all these fucking superheroes, but the thing was like, Batman and Superman were, and they were two heroes that were too far gone. Basically, what I mean by that was there was so much material out on them that collecting them didn't seem possible.
No.
And the thing is, when you collect, you want to finish collections. You want to collect full runs of comic books. Like it's like if you're a true collector, you want to get issue 1 to whatever.
Right.
And when you jump into a middle of a comic book collection in the middle of issue 400 and something, you're like, well, fuck, I'm a kid. How the fuck can I collect 400 and something comic books that are worth hundreds of thousands of dollars? Is impossible. So what I started doing was, let me start collecting everybody else that felt like it was tangible to collect. So I made a conscious decision to say, okay, let me go for Aquaman, Captain Marvel, The Flash, Green Lantern, Wonder Woman, and the Teen Titans and shit like that. So I started collecting them, and I remember collecting Aquaman and Captain Marvel in the times where people hated them. Like I remember my brother saying, like, man, collecting them is just a waste of fucking time. Because those were heroes that everybody hated. People hated Captain Marvel, Shazam. People hated Aquaman. They were like the laughingstock of the DC. You put them in the lineup with all your powerful heroes, but they look like they ain't worth a fuck.
Well, that's where the animated series kind of hurt Aquaman.
The what?
That's where the animated series actually kind of hurt Aquaman and kind of, lessened his powers, lessened his abilities. You're only stuck in the sea type of thing.
I mean, but the thing is, what fun was Aquaman if you put him out anywhere else, really, man?
That's true.
Especially when people never heard of him. You've talking about those cartoons from like the 60s and the 70s and going into like the Super Friends and all that. Yeah, that was I mean, but then again, that was the time period that we were in too. It's like people just got through watching like 66 Batman and shit like that. So a lot of things were so being a campy superhero was the thing back then.
Exactly. Thank God that they didn't go camp with Wonder Woman. Thank God that when they did do the Shazam series, even though it was a kids show, they played it serious for the 2 seasons it was on. Same thing with ISIS. I mean, at least they put those out and were respectful to the characters.
What you mean, ISIS?
Remember the ISIS series? That they did. You had Shazam and ISIS, the series, the live action series for Saturday morning.
Yeah, I own it, man.
I know. That's what I mean by ISIS.
No, the thing is, the thing is, the comic book came after the TV show.
I know, but when it comes around to a superhero, they could have camped it up. They could have done Electro Woman and Power Girl. They didn't. And I know ISIS came after.
Right. It was like, actually, it was kind of like, if you look at like Isis and Wonder Woman,
Mhm.
and the two that you just mentioned, Dinah.
Electra Woman and Dinah Girl. Yeah, that was
You're right.
Croft.
No, yeah, I know by Marty Croft and them. Yeah, I remember them. Now they were. If you look at like the way superhero, those kind of heroes were done, it was action, but it wasn't a whole lot of punching. It wasn't really no punch. They didn't punch and kick nobody.
No, because it was kids.
Right. So, this kind of is kind of campy in that way, man.
Yeah, in that way. But at least they were being serious. They weren't being campy with the characters per se. I mean, they're trying to do the best they could within the limitations that were, and main ways they probably put upon themselves. But then you look at, let's face it, when the Incredible Hulk came out, that was ultra serious. Of course, that was Marvel, but it was, needless to say, it didn't really necessarily follow the myth of the Incredible Hulk.
Right.
But basically, they're doing a fugitive with a man that can turn into a monster. But again, that wasn't camp. Even when they had My Favorite Martian show up in there, you had the team up with those two in there, and they still kept it.
My Favorite Martian. Yeah, I remember that. I remember My Favorite Martian.
Mm-hmm.
That was
Ray Walston.
Yeah, wasn't that him and that was him and Bill Bixby, wasn't it?
Yeah, him and Bill Bixby did that.
Yeah.
And then they did that episode. Yeah, and Ray Walston, I think, was the older Hulk that showed up. So it was kind of a, wasn't he the remember when they had in that show, there was another guy that got the gamma radiation, and he was...
I saw that episode, like, that was last week. I saw that episode. Yeah, where it was like two Hulks, and one of them was an older dude. Nah, that wasn't Ray.
Yeah.
That wasn't
Ray Walston. I thought that was Ray Walston.
Hell no. Nah.
Okay.
Shit, no, look it up.
I remember wrong. I admit I remember wrong.
Man, you could pull him up and put him on the screen. Nah, hell no. That was no Ray. Nah.
Okay.
From My Favorite Martian. Yeah, man. He was fucking awesome, man.
Yeah,
man. I remember him when he played Popeye's dad in the Popeye movie, man.
Mm-hmm. Yep. And the guy who played Bluto in that, he played the Baron's nephew, the Baron's nephew in Dune, the Beast Raban.
Yeah, he was wild, man.
Oh yeah. He moved. He's passed away, but he moved to Israel after his acting career, and lived there until he died.
Pacific 414 says, I know friends who like Andor, and they said I should watch it. I choose not to watch it due to what I saw with the Book of Boba Fett and Kenobi.
Right.
You know what, man? I tell you what, Pacific 414, man. They're probably good friends, man, but I wouldn't trust their taste. That's the part I wouldn't trust.
Mm-hmm.
Probably trust them with a bunch of other shit, but when it comes to that kind of shit, I know that like my brothers. I love my brothers. There's my, those are my brothers. I trust them in the whole shit. But he'd fuck around and recommend that I watch fucking She-Hulk. Get the fuck out of here.
Mm-hmm.
Like, damn, man. I can't believe we got the same parents. Get the fuck out of here. Shit, man. Low Spec Linux laptop, my brother. What's going on, man? Damn, where you been, man? Shit, it's good seeing you, man. Let me see. Courtney says, "Okay, I'm out."
Okay.
But you're on my stereo now. Got to be safe.
Oh, yeah.
I understand. Should take it easy, Courtney. Thank you for still listening, even though she can't reply. Shit.
Hey, cool. Courtney, how do I sound in stereo, Courtney? Do I sound pretty good? I hope I do. I know that guy next to me does. I mean,
no, man, appreciate you, man. Yeah, old man says that was funny. Subspec, yeah, I was actually liked Andor. Says Lord Thoth, sorry, Lord Thoth apologizing. That's what's up.
Mm-hmm.
Fett was a travesty. Kenobi was a crime. Yeah, I feel you, man.
Yeah. I mean, I stopped watching Disney TV after the second season of Mandalorian. And I haven't watched anything since then. And I don't regret it. I don't get. And when they have the new season for Mandalorian, I probably won't give a care either.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Sentient said, if you're gonna watch that crap, pirate that crap. Yeah, don't pirate that shit. Don't give them money. I feel you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, man. Courtney says, I have a little bit more time lately. Disappeared for a little bit, but my divorce finalized, so I live alone while I rent a room. So just get in touch, Baron. Okay, back to now talking to my phone. That's cool.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it's good to have you back, Courtney. We missed you. So yeah.
My favorite magician. That was the episode. My fault on that one. For some reason, I thought he was the old Hulk.
No,
it was my favorite magician. Now I'm remembering the episode. I haven't seen it since the 1970s, but I remember.
Well, I mean, yeah, shame on you, man. What's wrong? What's going on?
Hey, at least I admit I'm wrong. Some people don't do that.
No, I'm talking about. I'm saying you should have the whole Incredible Hulk collection right behind you somewhere, man. You should turn around and have the whole fucking DVD collection. Like shit, you should have it at your disposal. Like I say, that shit is cheap, man. Like
I know, I do it. I should do it, man. I just enjoy investing in books. I mean, you know me, I'm the reading guy, but hey, I do have the 90s Flash series, so I picked that up for a song, the entire Flash series. I love that show.
You know, it's funny. I'm gonna tell you a story about how I got mine. That's you talking about the 1990 Flash. Yeah. I got like the whole complete box set. So I walk into this movie place. It was called the Movie Exchange. There was a store that sold nothing but fucking all kind of DVDs, Blu-rays, and video games, like fucking big ass place. So I walk in there one day and I'm looking at all their whole collection, and I see that they have one Flash TV show going for $19.99, and I've been looking for that fucking thing for like about a good 10, 11 years, and I finally saw it at that store. So it's going for $20, and I pick it up, give it to the guy at the counter. He rings it up. I give him a 20. He takes the movie, puts it in the fucking bag, and he gives me $19 in back change.
What?
I give him a 20.
And he gives you back 19.
And he gave me back my $19.
$1 you got for $1.
So
that beats me. I got it for $8.
So I told him thank you, got my money, got my receipt, and fucking smoothly walked the fuck up out of there and was like, I'm gone.
He's whistling and
man, I looked at him and was like, all right, man, thank you, man. You have a great day. And was like, fuck this. I'm not, I could have been like, hey man, I think you gave me. Nah, I was like, fuck that. That day I was like, nah, fuck that shit. I'm out.
We got the dark side of 24/7 future.
Yeah, I'm just
the evil that came out.
It was just one of them days, man. I was like, yo.
That beats me. I was going to sit back. Oh, you got it for 20? I got it for 8. But no, you had to beat me.
Oh, I didn't know. Yeah. I was like, yo, fuck that shit, man.
Yeah, I love that show. I was sad that they didn't do another season of it. It had great ratings. It had good ratings. It's too expensive to make.
There you go, man. Oh, well, it's all good.
Pacific got another one, huh?
Yeah.
Helping out our fellow tubers. Our fellow tubers.
Yeah, man.
Man, besides losing Kevin Conroy, though, we lost Gallagher.
Yeah, I know, man. I fucking miss Gallagher, man.
The Sledge-O-Matic, Leo Gallagher. Yep.
Yeah, man. I remember the fucking crowd had to fucking have like plastic over their ass. I remember when you first started doing that, fucking crowd didn't have no plastic, man. It's like the first quite a few times he was doing it, the crowd just fucking took all that fucking fruit, man. He fucking smashed that shit, and they were just fucking taking it all.
It's a
And then
badge of
after a
honor.
while, they started providing those motherfuckers with plastics and shit, so they can cover up and shit and kind of see through the plastic while the fucking watermelon is coming at them.
Oh hell, people were bringing their own stuff in and wearing raincoats
Oh
and such.
shit, I like that.
I remember that, for growing up in that time, with his the specials that he had on Showtime and such, we were always, the one thing we always talked about was the Sledge-O-Matic. It was,
Yo, damn, we got us a little fuck bot. Hold on.
Oh, we got another one?
Yeah, they got one. I was trying to get that shit, man. And
I saw one earlier. I assumed somebody had it.
yeah, I was trying to get it and they stopped me, so I don't know what the fuck just happened, man.
No, Thoth got him. I don't know.
Oh, Thoth. Oh shit, appreciate you, man.
I mean, I don't have wrench ability, so I can't do it.
Damn, am I really that behind on the fucking...
You must be. Yeah. Well, you're doing a good soliloquy there. Stuff there.
Get this bullshit. Hold on, man.
Well, my thoughts on my name.
All right.
For someone take my name in vain. Yeah.
Find your hot girl here. Ain't that some bullshit?
Oh, I see blocked for 5 minutes.
Yeah. I mean, the thing is, I had my comments all the way to the top, man. So I didn't see what was happening at the bottom. That's my fault. I was just fucking talking shit. So that's what I get, right?
The thing is, our people are smart enough not to click on that. Well, maybe Cynthia Deldo might, but everyone else is,
Lord Thought says Whiskey Tango Foxtrot. Not just that bad. Cyclone race swapped. Hey, you know what's funny about the race swap thing? Lord Thoth, do you ever thought about Adam Smasher?
Oh,
Adam Smasher is a white guy, but he's a redhead, man. Not the character in that damn movie.
What do they have against redheads?
I don't know. You know, the thing is, Adam Smasher, when he first came out, he was a superhero called Nuklon, a part of a team called Infinity Incorporated. He had a red mohawk, a big red mohawk in the middle of his head. So he has red hair. So even as Adam Smasher, of course he grew his hair. He grew all his hair in. He's a little older. He just has a regular nice haircut, and boom, it's like you see him in this movie, and none of that is. He's not a redhead, man.
Well, yeah, I mean, even with the Dune movie, the bad guys, even though they're bad guys, their Harkonnens are supposed to be redheaded. What do? They shave their heads. They're bald. And it's like, come on. I mean, I know they're bad guys, but still, they're redheads.
Right.
One of the problems I had with the Dune, the last year's Dune film. Time for a drink. Oh, cheers, everybody.
There you go. Huh.
Yeah, I know. Isn't it? You can't hear a picture, but yet you open up a Batman comic book, you hear Kevin Conroy's voice, and you hear you hear Mark Hamill.
Right. There you go.
It's like whenever I read a book and it's supposed to be Han Solo in it, I hear Harrison Ford.
Of course. Yeah, I'm the same way, man.
Don't tell me you can't hear a picture. One of these days I got to start building up my collection of DVDs and stuff, and actually sit down and start watching stuff.
I'll be honest. Like no bullshit. I think I have more DVDs than I'll ever be able to watch.
I think so.
Yeah, but I mean, I probably won't ever get to watch all of them. But the fact that I have it in my possession to do it as I like, it's enough for me.
Right.
Yeah.
Well,
man,
you know they're preserved. They're preserved. You know that these are safe.
Right.
And,
exactly. Man.
And hopefully they can get passed on to someone who would appreciate it even more. Maybe by that time,
Well, I know the kids appreciate it. So,
oh, good.
Yeah. Me and the kids, we talk about that, and we talk about we talk about that, the movies, the comic books, all that, man. It's that's just big in the family. Right. My kids play video games. They do they have a lot of me in them, and it's because of me. If it was up to their mothers, they'd be something completely different.
Right.
But because of me, they love all the shit they love, and that's all the things that I enjoy, that we enjoy, me, you, folks in the chat, movies, comic books, TV shows, we all generally enjoy a lot of the same shit. And those are the ties that bind, all of us together, man.
Yeah. I mean, I know my stepdaughter, she was introduced to Star Wars by her dad and all that, but I helped continue building stuff, and I actually convinced her that Disney sucks. She started going about, and now she doesn't like Disney. So I did my part there.
Right. Well, it's like her dad showed her, got her into Star Wars, but you were the one that helped her, see past just the introduction to it. Like, hey, look deeper into it and see this and check this out, and this is not good. And
right. I mean, she was young enough. It was pre Disney buying out, so she was introduced into the EU, and she was introduced to classic Star Wars, and she loves the prequel trilogies and all that. And she got enamored with the Force Awakens, but somewhere along the line she got poisoned. She liked the Mandalorian. I like the Mandalorian too. The first 2 seasons I think kind of fit a little bit into the EU, so I can live with it. My other daughter, I mean, she got herself this big gaming computer now. I got to go over there and start playing games off of there. So at least some of my stuff influenced her. Watching some of the stuff when she was a young child, she would sit and watch the long version of Lord of the Rings and just sit there enamored watching it. And so, I mean, when you can get a kid to do that, my word. I also sat her on my lap and had her watch Father Ted too. So,
Lord of the Rings, huh? Hey, hold on a second. Zax said, "I think you need the whole Justice League and Billy to take down Soups." You think so, man? Because I think. See, and that was another thing too. By the time Billy Batson was in Kingdom Come, he was already grown.
Right.
So the fact that he was grown lets you know that he's been Captain Marvel for all the way into adulthood. He already had all that experience. And the fact that Captain Marvel is basically, he's the thing that makes them different is that Captain Marvel's powers come from magic, which is the only thing that can actually hurt Superman next to kryptonite.
Right, exactly. That's why vampires were able to take advantage of Superman.
Right, and that's why Black Adam is can hurt Superman too.
And maybe when you had a younger Billy Batson, when he doesn't really fully understand everything or his abilities, Soups might have been able to do a number on him. But when you have an older one, more experienced, more knowledgeable, probably learn some stuff from Superman himself. It'll be an interesting fight. Let's just put it that way.
All right, hey Baron. No light show tonight. Oh man.
No, the Griswold's have the lights off, thank goodness. Wait until the after, but he was putting up some giant
actually, actually what I was expecting, sitting in front of that window you have there, is one long ass leg with that's lit up with a fucking
Fragile
thing on
Easy.
top. Yeah, like from A Christmas Story. Yeah.
I want one. I want one. I want one.
You know, actually, they sell that.
I know they do. I just got to get one.
Yeah, man.
I saw that they made that the great prize. Oh, did you see that preview yet for the new one?
What's that? When you what? Oh yeah. I actually, you know, I'm gonna tell you something, man. I saw the teaser trailer for the Christmas Story 2.
Mm-hmm. Right.
I was wondering how Ralphie was going to do the movie, because that's actually him doing the movie. And it's funny because the only thing I said when I first heard it is there's no way in hell this new Christmas Story movie could ever make it.
Mm-hmm.
They actually had to do it in the style of the first movie with the narrations and everything.
Mm-hmm.
Because that was, what's his name? Gene
Shepherd.
Gene Shepherd. Yeah, like the way he told the movie with him narrating, his thoughts as that was the only way I could see that fucking movie being made. I said, look, if he doesn't have the narration thing in there, this movie's gonna fucking fail.
Right, and he does. He's gonna be him.
Yeah, it's like he had to have something that can bridge the gap of it being a new movie, but he had to do it in the style of how the old one was done. So even though it's a modern movie, mm-hmm. he had to play it like it's really a 70s movie, and that's the time period that the movie takes place in the 70s.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So it has to be. And and I actually, when I watched it, it plays like a real 70s kind of movie. Like it's the movie doesn't try to outthink itself like it's a 2022 movie trying to be a 70s movie. The movie plays itself like it's a 70s movie trying to be a 70s movie.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the thing. Sometimes you have modern writers or people of today trying to instill today's ideology into a time period that people didn't think people didn't think 50 years ago. They didn't think how in 1972 people didn't think the way people think in 2022. Of course, there's a lot of the same problems, but you talk about the mind state
mm-hmm.
of folks.
Right, just watch F for Family that Bill Burr did for Netflix.
Right.
That has that that's the freaking 70s. And to be honest with you, being that the Christmas Story was taken from short stories that were in God We Trust and All Others Pay Cash and Wanda Hickey's Night of Wondrous Memories or something like that. I can't remember the exact name, but it was out of those that they took to make the movie. I'm wondering if good old Ralphie there was reading through some of the Gene Shepherd's work and getting inspiration from that to do this one, and just bringing it. I'm actually kind of wanting to see this. I have hope for this one because it looks like they got all the kids back. He is very respectful to the property. He knows how much A Christmas Story it was a cult classic. It wasn't a big hit when it came out, but look at it now.
Man, to be honest, what A Christmas Story did for Christmas
mm-hmm.
in America, holy shit.
Mm-hmm.
You know what? It embodied. It came out. Think about it. It came out in the 80s, but it embodied a Christmas of long ago, that wasn't filled. Like just think, when The Christmas Story came out, we were just being introduced to like the Atari.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of shit was still fresh.
Right.
Man, I mean, board games were still kicking.
Right.
And to be honest, when that time came out, it was still, of course, it was decades later because think about it. It's a movie that came out in the 80s, but it was reflecting the lifestyle of what was what was that, the 1930s
30s or 40s.
40s, right. So the thing is, it was an 80s movie talking about the 1930s and 40s, and kids from the 1980s were able to identify with the 1930s and like we were just like we like kids from then, we were fucking with Michael Jackson and Pac-Man. It was like we were just getting ready to see like, dude, man, we were fucking with Star Wars. Like, basically, like, we were living in the times.
Oh, Star Wars.
We just came from disco, and it was like America was in the moment. But Ronald Reagan was president. I mean, shit. Like I say, we were in the moment. But just think, they come out with a movie that takes place in the 30s and 40s, and it resonates all the way to right now, to where A Christmas Story 2, people want to see, like, it's relevant. Like, people want to see how the fuck this, even if this is a shit show, there's people that they're gonna want to see it. They're gonna want to see how it all goes down.
Right, and I'm one of them. Because the original Christmas Story was kind of aimed for the people that grew up in that time. It was memories, kind of like Happy Days, whatever. But like you said, it resonated across the board. I have a mental block in the name of the actor who played Ralphie, but he made it known that this is going in the same fashion. This is aimed for people like us that grew up in the 70s or even the 80s. Is remembering our Christmas, but again, it's going to probably hit and resonate with a lot of other people. Especially people that heard stories of Christmases of past, and when we opened up our Star Wars toys for the first time, or whatever it was, that special Christmas. And if there's one person that can do it, it's him. I really think so. I have strong hopes. High hopes, I got high hopes.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of good shit that because like, they're sitting there drinking, and Ralphie's drinking, and man,
was it has a bar, or one of the kids has the bar, and
right? But it's all the kids, and it's like I can't wait to see what the fuck is who, and it's I was watching part of the trailer, and it made me think, like, wow, they're taking it to another level, because they had a thing where it's like one of them jumped on a sled, and I was like, oh shit, and it looked like he flew off the sled went up and he flew off the sled in the air. And you could see him in the air, like feet and hands fucking swinging, and you knew he fucking hit hard. And they're like, "Oh shit!" But it was funny because it was like, that's more of what it's more of what you would put into a movie like that from a modern, from a today's time. But the thing is, it wasn't over the top to where you couldn't see it happening 50 years ago. Maybe 50 years ago, they wouldn't have put that in a movie.
No, probably not.
You know what I'm saying? But the thing is, like, when you look at it now, and you want to, since that it's a modern movie that takes place 50 years ago, they throw that in there, but it looks cool, and it's like, it's okay that it happened because it's a guy on a sled. You feel what I'm saying? Like it doesn't, you know, it doesn't try to be more than what it's supposed to be, man.
Right. And I tell you, there was hold my beer moments back in the 50s like that. I mean, back 50 years ago.
Yeah, man.
There was hold my beer moments back then. So, I mean, that's even believable right there. Especially when they're doing the double dog dare like they did when the first film. You know,
yeah. Yo, I'm telling you, man, that's some good shit, man.
Oh, I can't wait to see it. I have hope. I have hope. This is one of those
I have very high hopes for A Christmas Story 2. I'm telling you guys, I'm gonna go on fucking Blu-ray and DVD. I'm gonna buy it.
Yep.
And that's it, man. I'm gonna own it. And if they have a super Christmas, whatever the fuck edition DVD, I'm gonna have that shit too, man. And
yeah,
the thing is, these are all the original people from the original movie grown up and coming back together. You know, I watched a story, a thing on them. You know, you know they did tours.
Yeah.
The cast from A Christmas Story, they would do tours and go around and watch the movie with people all around the country and do signings and shit like that. I mean, people, and the thing is, they didn't understand how big that movie was until they started realizing, I guess, in the last like 10, 15 years that people really love these movies. Man, it's some good shit, man. And actually, Ralphie from A Christmas Story, he should be thanked for helping create the first two Iron Man movies.
Yes, very much.
So that's another thing that a lot of people don't know is Ralphie from A Christmas Story has everything to do with Jon Favreau and trying to put out the first two Iron Man movies that started up the whole Marvel Cinematic Universe. So if people wanted to know, like, he's like he stopped acting quite a bit and was kind of like more of a behind the scenes kind of guy, but he had a lot to do with the beginnings of the Marvel Cinematic Universe. And the thing is, basically, when they gave Jon Favreau the cold shoulder after they used them to start up Iron Man, they kind of did Ralphie the same way.
Oh yeah,
it's kind of fucked up, but it's a true story, man. Yeah, y'all could look it up.
And Peter Billingsley, thank you so much. And he worked. He works a lot with Vince Vaughn too and stuff.
Yeah, they have a production company.
Yep. So I mean, he's one of those hopes in Hollywood that we have. You know, when there's something good, you have to sit back and say that's in there. This is one of them. This is what we're talking about. If Christmas Story 2 is as good as we think it's going to be,
right?
This is where we can sit back and point and say, that's how you do it. And give praise. And I think Peter Billingsley is one of us deep down. He really is.
My Christmas Story will always be Die Hard. Yup. I hear you. Sentient said for real. Das Wolfen. Yup. It's never Christmas until Hans Gruber falls from. Hey, did you guys ever see? You know you can buy that, right?
Yeah, I saw the Advent calendar. They have one where,
dude. You guys ever seen that shit? Y'all let me know in the chat if you ever seen that calendar.
I have.
I seen that shit the other day and I couldn't believe. Hey, pull that shit up, man.
Do I have it? I don't have it. Let me see if I can find it.
Yeah, you can pull that up. The Nagasaki. The Nagasaki, Nakatomi.
Yeah.
I'm fucking. Hey man, yeah, my bad. Yeah, hey, but
Hey,
Okay,
dude,
just a second here. I'm getting there. I am.
look, man, if you guys never seen this fucking calendar, man, this shit is fucking buck wild, man. I seen this shit the other day.
Oops. Let me.
I wonder if y'all even know what the fuck we talking about, man. But
let me get there. I'm almost there. I am almost there. Come on, you piece of garbage.
if y'all never
There we
seen
go.
this,
And I got it. There she
right,
goes.
let me see. Here we go, man. We're about to. Holy shit! How much? Like 30 bucks?
I don't know. I think so. Yeah, something like that. It's not that expensive. Let's see if I can. No, I can't get. Can I get bigger? There we go. So there we go.
Look at this shit.
They have different versions of it too. And look on the top there. You have
Yeah,
up there.
Yeah, I don't like this version. I think
this is a home. This is a homemade one. Let me take a look here. Let me.
No, I don't want no. Yeah, because the one I seen, it was him actually. It was him actually falling and shit. Yeah.
Let me take a look here. Is this the one? They have several different ones here. I must have grabbed the wrong one. Here, I think this is it. I think this is it here. So just a moment. Let me view this.
Here we go, y'all.
I think this is the one. I think it is, and they do come in two colors. They do come in white and black, I believe. This is the white.
Wait! Hold up. Well, what the fuck is the color of the building?
White, right? Black. Well, it's glass.
The building is black.
The building's glass. Glass.
Well, I mean, but what color is the glass? Is it like it's just a
bluish?
So what the fuck?
There we go. This is it right here. This is the one.
Yeah, that's it right there. Yeah, blow that shit up. Yeah.
Let's go to the top here. So
yeah, you can.
And I'll slowly scroll down for our viewers. Slowly scroll down. Hey, look who that is! Who could that be? And looks like yeah, and then plop.
Damn, man. That's some wild shit.
I'll just put the regular size there. So, but yeah, about $30. I think you can get that for. So, $20 on Amazon.
Yeah, there you go. So, shit, if y'all want one of these, and that's fucking wild as shit. Fucking Hans Gruber. Damn.
And Melinda Dillon was the old man was asking if Julie Haggerty was the mom. The mom is actually Melinda Dillon. Julie Haggerty, I think, played it in that musical that they did.
Yep. Yeah, that's some wild shit.
Oh
yeah, man. I was just looking at that shit like who. I don't know who the fuck just came up with the idea of like, yo, since there's it's like it's Christmas theme, they just fucking put them at the top, and then for every day, just bring them down a notch.
Yep,
that's fucked up, man. I never seen nothing like that. They just think, man, that like who the fuck thought about some shit like that? That's kind of it's in.
That gives us
an idea, but what the fuck, man? Like, yeah. I didn't ever thought about that.
No, I never thought of it either. It's nice to know that there's still sick minds out there that will do things like that. It gives us hope.
Holy shit! Damn.
Trouble is how do you tell what day it is? It's by his left hand, I'm assuming.
Yeah, the hand that's fucking touches that is by the number. So it's like. Fuck.
But technically, he should be upside down because didn't he fall backwards?
Yeah, he did. Yeah, but the thing is, you wouldn't see his face. Like nobody doesn't want to see the back of his head and the back of his shits.
No, but what I'm saying, they should have it turned upside down so his head's facing down. That's what.
You know what?
I don't know. I'm a nitpicker. I admit it. Okay. I'll be quiet now. I'll be quiet.
Right. Oh shit. That's it seems like something I'd come up with in my youth.
Oh, yeah. I believe that was
shit.
Yeah,
sentient. Damn. All right. That's that's some wild shit, man. Oh man. But I'll tell you what, y'all. I think we're gonna go ahead and wrap this shit up.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is
Star
Wars guys. Hello to everybody. What's up?
Oh, man? Hi, Paul. We're talking about you. Nothing
to be
good.
correct. To be correct, the 25 should be at the bottom.
Yeah. Yeah. But I think it's a countdown. They have.
Yeah, it's a countdown. Yeah, that's exactly what he's doing going
Mhm.
on now. So, yeah, man. But shit, man, we had a great time. Everybody wanted to say what's up to everybody before we get up out of here. Sentient Dildo, my brother, I appreciate you, man, for being on here, man, and showing us support, man.
And how to properly troll.
There you go. I say thank you to Zax, the old man, Das Wolfen, Lord Thoth, Sentient Dildo, man. Again, let me see. Who else? Anybody I'm missing? Let me see. I'm missing all kinds of people.
Courtney. We had Courtney.
Oh, yeah.
And,
Courtney, thank you for being here. Show missed you.
Pacific. Mike.
Pacific 414. Yep. Great to have you back.
Yes,
Yep.
good guy. He's not evil. I
Zax.
was only lying before.
Yep. My boy Zax with the snacks. Shit. Zachariah 315.
You beat me to it.
Yep. That's Keely Chow.
Keely was in there.
Yep. Yeah. Roll tight, my brother. Thank you.
Gomer Kyle.
Yep. Gomer Kyle.
I put something in the chat.
My man.
Mm-hmm. For some reason, they did. They didn't like my fart knockers when I put it in there before the show.
Oh, yeah.
Of course, Robert Pearson.
Yep, Robert Pearson. Yep,
Mm-hmm.
it's Facius, aka.
Mm-hmm. You're never supposed to let your secret identity out.
No, it's all good because we were gonna call him that shit, and he was gonna be like, "Well, damn, they don't know it's me."
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, now we
Bar and Grill.
Yeah, now we know. So shit, it's all good, man. I'm glad. Thank you for being here. Should we sure missed you, Robert? So we got both of the Pearson brothers in the house.
Mm-hmm. Oh, there we go. And can't forget Honey. She's actually on screen. Hey, can you say hi to everybody?
Yeah. Say hi, and then she fuck around and take a shit right there. That's like, hey.
Mm-hmm. Actually, I have to put them out when we're done with the show and feed them, or they'll eat, or she'll eat me. You will eat.
No, we don't want that.
No, don't want that at all.
All right, say have a good day, y'all. Pacific is evil. He shames me for playing video games on easy mode. LOL.
Oh.
Old man says that Star Wars guy. I need them on old fart mode. Oh, shit. All right, man. Y'all crazy as shit, man.
Oh yeah, there's big stories behind that. Trust me.
You know, it's all good. It's all good, man. But want to tell everybody thank you all for being here. I had a great time kicking it with y'all. Hopefully, Vigilante's holding up well wherever he's at after watching that damn movie.
Pray for him.
Yeah. Just we'll hear how it all went down. So y'all hear about it soon. But just wanted to tell everybody thank y'all for being here and supporting us and everything. And yeah, I got a surprise that I'm gonna tell y'all about probably the next time we come on next week. I'm gonna wait till certain things happen before I'll let the cat out the bag. So, but
I'm not telling.
Yeah, Baron knows, but yeah, I gotta make sure everything kind of comes into fruition before I even speak on it. So, just let you know, I got a few surprises up my sleeves, and hopefully everything goes well. But I just want to tell everybody, thank you, love you guys, and before I go, just let you know, this Wednesday is the 16th, right?
I believe so. Let me take a look at the old calendar. Today's the 13th, so this Wednesday's the 16th. That is correct, sir.
Yeah. So before we go, just make sure that on the 16th, if you get a chance, hopefully, if no one, if you guys, remember, make sure you give Rough Girl a shout out on her birthday. Her birthday's this Wednesday, and yeah,
Thanks for letting me know.
Yeah, just want to give a shout out to Rough Girl and give her a shout out right now before her birthday, so that she'll have a good birthday on Wednesday, and then I'll give another shout out this coming Sunday to make sure that if she missed it this time around, she'll get it next time around. So hopefully on Wednesday. There you go, brother.
Happy 29th birthday.
There you go. So you guys remember on Wednesday, give Rough Girl a shout out. She'll definitely enjoy hearing from y'all. And that's it for me. So you got anything coming up, brother?
Oh, well, hopefully I'll be talking with Paul with the Star Wars guys who's sitting out there on Tuesday. And of course, Pacific 404 probably on Wednesday. If he has a show then, I'll probably bother him there. And I missed everything on Saturday, the Pop Culture Minefield and the King Dolphin, but this Saturday I'll be able to go on there. So it was a little hard weekend for me this weekend. So unfortunately I missed a couple things, but I'm back tanned. I'm tanned and ready. Yeah, tanned, rested, and ready. Let's rock.
There you go. Well, me, I'll just be putting out videos and doing my thing and shit, seeing y'all during the week, in the comment sections and different chats and other things. So I'll be looking forward to catching up with y'all later. And just want to let everybody know, man, we love y'all. We thank y'all, and always want y'all to know that without y'all, we wouldn't even be here, man. So
yep,
we love you, man. Yeah.
And catch 24's shoe fetish videos he's got out.
Yeah, man, I've been dropping a bunch of shorts, man. There's a new shoe store that opened up here in Houston. I've been working, doing like little construction, some little demolition in the store, and helping to build it up and put it together and everything. And they actually had $500,000 worth of inventory come in, and these shoes are worth like $300-$500 for a pair of sneakers. So they got all these they had like every pair of Jordans ever made, a whole bunch of Yeezys from Adidas, all these different sneakers that cost hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of dollars. And it was just cool to be in there and to look at them and go through any shoe I wanted to look at. And I was just fucking digging into all, you guys check it out. Like, these videos got hundreds and hundreds of views, man. And I'm just thankful that folks are checking it out. Make sure that I made them like under from 59 seconds or less. So you got to check out the shorts side of it. And I did a shitload of them. Just dropped one like maybe 20 minutes before the show started. So I got like 2 more videos to drop before the end of the night about the shoe store before they did that grand opening this weekend. I was supposed to have dropped it yesterday, but I was too busy doing too much shit and I couldn't. So I'm make sure I would do that today, along with keeping up with all my other responsibilities. So yeah, shit. Other than that, old man said I saw the shorts you did. Yeah, thank you. I appreciate that, old man. I appreciate that.
24 Al Bundy 7 Fusion Media. That's what you got.
Yeah, there you go. Like I said, have a good night, y'all. Appreciate that. Dos Wolfen said Friday I'm doing Roger Corman on Pop Culture Minefield at 10 a.m.
Ooh.
Yeah. Roger Corman. Yeah, I got a bunch of his movies too, so that'll be awesome. I can't wait to check that out, man, on Friday morning. Yep. And but yeah, you guys check it out, man, and hopefully you guys enjoy the rest of your evening. You guys have a good week this week, and just know that regardless of what the world throws at you, shit, never say die, never surrender, and keep your head up. And as long as you stay consistent, you'll always get to where you need to go. So you guys just take care of yourselves, man. Enjoy the rest of your night, man. Know that we love y'all, and shit, let's do it, man. And I'll see y'all during the week. So this is Baron Norman Tag. Speaking of Vigilante Williamson, it's your boy 24/7 Fusion Media. We're the Primetime Kings. And we love you guys, and we out. Peace.
Peace. And fart knockers.
Yeah.